So being able to write custom HTML elements is pretty cool. I did mention though that web components is actually a broad term for a couple of specifications that are built into modern browsers that make up that web components term. Custom HTML elements is just one part of that set of specifications. It's one specification. It's arguably the most important one because this defines a couple of features modern browsers expose to you, and you can use these features in JavaScript then, and you will also learn how to make it work in older browsers in this course. So you got this set of features that allows you to register your own HTML tags and define some basic logic behind that. However, this alone will not give you great web components. Another important specification that makes up the web components term is the shadow DOM specification. The shadow DOM is all about having a separate DOM, a tree of DOM nodes, behind your custom element that is separated from the normal DOM. This helps you, for example, with scoping your styles to your custom element, so that styling you set up for your custom element doesn't interfere with other parts of your application. Really, really useful. Templates and slots is another important part of the specification. Your custom element will in the end just be a combination of default HTML elements, because in the end the browser only knows how to handle these. But you can compose them and add styling and add JavaScript logic to create more powerful widgets like the modal you saw, and you will learn how that works throughout the course. Templates and slots are another important specification here because here you define this core structure behind your element. So you basically define the template, which is then rendered as a shadow DOM. And slots are helpful for exposing certain entry points, like that title we used in the last lecture, this h1 tag we passed to slot title. That allows us to pass dynamic content into our web component so that developers using our web components can use them and the set of features that are baked in, and still, if our components wants that, pass extra content into the component. And you will learn all about that throughout the course as well. Now, last but not least, there's another specification you sometimes hear about when hearing about web components, and that is the HTML imports specification. That was meant to be a feature which allows you to import HTML files into HTML files so that you can define these templates for your components in HTML files that are then imported dynamically. Now, this is not continued anymore because the industry moved in a direction where we use JavaScript for all of that and where we use modern build tools and JavaScript modules to import and export inside of our JavaScript files and import the HTML templates as strings there as well. And this is also the approach you will see in this course, and I will explain and show it there. So it's just important to be aware of these three core features: custom elements, shadow DOM, templates, and slots, and we will dive deeply into them and learn all about them and how we use them throughout the course, of course.